So remember that the word problems will tell you what you're doing. So look for that very directly. That means anything inversely we're not doing. Number of calories, whatever comes before the words, whatever this is your y. Whatever comes after is your x. So we need to find our k and then find whatever it's asking for. For varies directly, remember that's your y over x. So for this first part, he burns 150 calories, number of calories is y. Jogging for 20 minutes, number of minutes is x. So this is going to be 150 over 20. Find our k value. I don't know what that is. 7.5. Varies directly is your y equals kx. So we're looking for how many calories. We're looking for y if he jogs for 30 minutes. So we have y equals 7.5 times 30. 225. So you have to know how to set up the equation. Well, first, find your k for either or. Use that in your equation after it's set. Equals 24. This one? Did you say yes?
Yeah.
So this one is varies inversely, so we are not doing anything with directly. The time required would be our y. The number of people would be our x. To find our k value for inversely, we are multiplying y and x. So if it took 4 hours, that's the time required, that's our y. For 7 electricians, that's our x. We're going to multiply 4 and 7 together to get k, which is 28. Our equation for inverse variation is y equals k over x. We are looking for how long, so the time, we're looking for y. Would it have taken 3 electricians? That's our x. So finish the job? Do your job? Whatever. So we can put in these numbers. Y is going to stay the same. Our k value is now 28. Our x is now 3. And whatever that is. So the 9 hours, the 20 minutes would be if I did 20 over 60, or 20 minutes out of 60 minutes, which gives us 1/3, which is why it's 0.3 right here. So it is D. Yes.
I didn't get the paper.
Get the review paper. There's some up here.
That's why
So
I don't know how.
every time.
Please have me look.
It is a question is the other.
When you say that, that's not when we found K and when we found the final. How we find K is always opposite of how you find your equation. So here we are multiplying between K, so our equation is dividing, and then in the other one, we divide to find K, but in our equation we're multiplying. Yes.
Oh, so here to here. Okay, so we always K equals first and then
always find your K first, yes. And grab both.
Terribly wrong.
Sure. Yes, so we'll do number 2 and then move on to the second objective really fast. Number 2, you can do a couple different things. Solve this for y. And this would be in your format for inverse, so you know it's inverse. This is in the format for k, so you also know it's inverse. That formula sheet would tell you or help you find these. You can also put these in the graph and see, is it a line that goes through 0, 0? Does it curve? I do not think I have this up here, but hold on one second. Import. I need to grab this.
This one.
Tony, pick one. Number 1 on the next page. This doesn't say anything about the negative, but remember that the negative is your reflect. So if we are just describing, and then we have to graph, the negative would be a reflect. The 3, if we're comparing the slope of 3 to this, it's now steeper. Or 3 times as steep, either or. And then to graph it, the y-intercept has not changed because there wasn't a plus or minus on the outside, so that would start at the same place. The slope is now -3, so we go up 3, left 1 as many times as possible, and graph that line. If you wanted to start here, because the order really doesn't matter. If you wanted to start with the graph and then determine these, the line has been reflected, it's no longer going in the same direction, it's now negative. And if you were going down this scheme, sledding, whatever, you'd get down this one faster than this one, so this one's steeper. Other last minute questions? Aubrey. Number 3 on this one?
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
Here, this is going to be in the format of a line, but solve for y. So -2y equals -8x plus 2. Divide everything by -2. So y equals 4x minus 1. This isn't direct because the y-intercept is not 0. The x is not dividing, so it's not inverse, it's negative. So even though it's a line, it doesn't go through 0, 0, so it has to be neither. Any other last minute questions? Cool. 4 is not solved for y, but if I got rid of 3, I have y equals 3x, which is in your direct format.
Can you do number 20 on the first
If y varies directly as this, and y equals 3 when x equals 12, what's the value of y? So this is just like the word problems. So we know y varies directly. So we need to find our k value, 3 over 12. And then we have to find our value of y when x is 8. So whatever 18 divided by 4 is. Whatever 9 is, so 4.5.
Thank you.
So you do the same thing for those like you would the word problems. Any other questions?
Oh, we can check.
So, 8 on the first one.
Think about the word problem.
And 1 second. Yep. Number 8, this is asking if this is direct, inverse, or neither. The arrows, the mapping, means that this one goes with 20. So direct, they have to divide, the k's have to be the same. So 20 divided by 1 is 20. 5 divided by 4 is not 20, so it's not direct. Inverse, they would have to multiply. 1 times 20 is 20, 4 times 5 is 20, 8 times 2.5, I'm assuming, is 20, and 10 times 2 is 20, so it's inverse. If that also did not work, it would be neither, whatever. So you're multiplying each set of numbers together.
How is this?
You were talking about this one, go back to this one. Okay, I do want to say that after you finish your Unit 12 tests, I know that I said that you guys were going to start your STAR test next week, but we need to still have 2 days of final exam review for those taking that, and we wouldn't have that if we took a whole day of STAR tests, unless I didn't make those people take the STAR test. So what we're going to do is after the Unit 12 test, after you turn that in, if there's enough time, I'm going to have you start your STAR test. If you don't finish it today, that's fine. We can stop it and resume it later, but you'll start it after that. Yes.
Can I bring in the exemption?
Yes. Okay. You can use your calculator. All computers should be put away. Remember that you can use each other, use your notes, you just can't use me. I'm going to check phones, and then after that, I will pass on this.
You can use any.
Thank you.
You guys